Let's give Dr. Lacey very timely message on point. I thank you for the words. One in particular, as I sat there struggling, it's been rough these last 2 weeks. And trying to figure out exactly what the words are without taking the emphasis off of those who have been aggrieved. I understand and recognize that there's not much I can say. It is about what we do. And I also recognize that the only thing that matters is what happens next. And that people have short memories when they've been aggrieved. They don't necessarily care about what happened before that moment. And I think it only appropriate for me to say thank you to Dr. Lacey for giving me words. We have not done our best. We, the administration, has not done our best. We, the administration, has not done our best. It doesn't matter if you can sit and talk about furniture being brought or stuff around the campus and trying to do this and do that. What matters is how our students feel about their experience here. And let me tell you, it's been a rude awakening for me because that recording was tough, and I can only imagine what it was for others. I have been recorded. And that's been tough. But I'm pretty open book. And I think when you move away from what you would feel like to be betrayal, you realize that words matter. They have consequences. And words are second to action. And so when I think about what we've been through here, I think about opportunities that were missed. And I am going to be the first to acknowledge that, one, I have to tell you, I was really hurt when students accused the institution of being racist and also walked out on me. It bothered me. It was jarring because I know that I give scholarships and allow people to stay in the dorms and overturn some of the rulings and give money out of my pocket. And I'm always asking if there's anything I can do for you. That was really tough at the moment. And then as I went home, I thought to myself, how tough has it to be for, or how tough is it for our students who may feel as though their experience has been less than? How tough must it be to be the subject of a recording that you ask not for? So I had to purge me of me and think about thee. And try to figure out the words. Today came just as God always does. Anytime I'm ruminating about something, he shows up and shows out. And so I thought to myself, yeah, we've not done our best. Doesn't matter what we think, we failed our students. Your experience is the one that matters. Our job is to come here and make sure that you have an experience that you can be proud of. Let me tell you what leadership is, and you can record this. It's some tricky shit. Leadership is tricky. It's not comfortable. You have to stand up and take blows when you don't want to. You have to stand up and say no when you don't want to. You have to fight when you need to. But you have to be firm and fair and honest. If you can do that, you can withstand the test of time. Our board of trustees has seen all the videos. The Southern Association for Colleges and Schools has seen or heard the videos and gotten the letters. We're acutely aware of everything that's going on. And regrettably, these things are happening and playing out in front of us. I want you to know that it's not lost on us the damage that has been done to our campus by some individuals, not our students. I want to be clear about that. Not lost on us. Also want you to know that the federal law precludes me from telling you what's going to happen. But I can tell you that when you come back in the fall, things will be different, or the spring. And the campus culture has to change. One of the good things that has come out of this is that many students have come up to me and said how their experiences have played out for them. I have to tell you, I don't know until I'm told. And I also have to juxtapose that with students who are justice involved, right? Students fighting police officers and smoking weed and doing all this stuff. I try to make sure that we keep a level head and we don't discard people. We don't throw people away, right? I don't want to throw students away, and I'm trying to be cognizant of throwing humans away. My job is a really tough one, and I've got to take information from a ton of people and figure out what's right, and hope and pray that God can guide me in the right direction. That's a tough place to be in. And I pray one day that you don't find yourselves in a situation like this where feelings are guiding how people move. I will say this unequivocally, that it is disgusting that we find ourselves here. And I hate it for us. But the only thing that matters now is what happens next. Can't change what happened. It happened. And in a lot of ways, if you understand how karma works, this was supposed to happen, right? Light comes, things are revealed, and now you get an opportunity to watch us work at the institution. And you need to judge us from that. But what you will find as you traverse and you move in your careers, gotta be patient, gotta collect all the facts, then you make decisions. So I did not want to dampen this amazing message today and did not ask him to speak on any particular thing. He was the right person for the right time, the right message, and gave a message that he saw fit to be given, and I'm grateful for that. I just want to close with this. The reason I'm before you today is because I want you to know that it's not all right on the campus. I'm aware of that. I don't want you to think that anybody's hiding behind anything. We are turning a blind eye or closing our ears to what's going on. We're clear. But I want to say this, and I said it to our faculty, our alumni, and some of the students heard this. One thing that we have to remember is a fact of life that if a jar has a bunch of black ants in it and a bunch of red ants in it, they can coexist on top of each other, even though they're enemies. But if that jar is picked up and shaken, those red ants will attack those black ants. Those black ants will attack those red ants. Not understanding that the enemy is not the red ant or the black ant, but it's the person who picked the jar up and shook it. Be careful about how you are being manipulated to do stuff that doesn't serve an interest. I want to say this again. The Board of Trustees has the recordings. Our attorney has the recordings. Our insurance carrier has the recordings and the letters. Sachs COC, who are on campus today, has the letters from a student, from a faculty member, and an employee. So I want you to know that your message is out there and it is not being ignored. Things are moving to include the institution taking legal matters in its hands on the person and persons who are defaming the institution by constantly putting the image and likeness of our student out there. This is a singular reason they messed up. Everything else would have been fine, but they have a student with his name, image, and likeness and has rapist under his name. That is a problem. So that person and persons will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law for defamation, slander, and all those things for our students. I don't need you to clap, but I just want you to be clear that everything else is fair game. Me being on a recording, the recordings of Dean Coosby and them, that's fair game. But to put a student's image out there as a former employee and attach something to their name, whether they are or aren't, is really disgusting. So I hope that you're able to push through this semester, finish strong, and should you decide to go somewhere else, we certainly wish you the best. Hope that you find grace in this institution and not penalize the institution because of the actions of a few. But if that is your case, I wish you absolute best, Godspeed, and continued grace and mercies on your journey. I think at this time we can stand up for the alma mater. First we'll have the benediction, so you can leave right after the alma mater. We've got 5 minutes, so please don't leave. But we'll have the benediction right after the alma mater, and Dr. Lacey, if you will sing that for us.